Russia's foreign ministry spokesperson Maria Zakharova came out swinging today, torching Ukraine for allegedly torching a fragile ceasefire by hammering Russia's energy infrastructure.
He lost any touch with reality, and the Kiev regime lost the touch with reality and demonstrated the total inability of the political will towards peace and settlement of the conflict through diplomatic means. They have confirmed that over and over again over the last few years. He is obsessed by, fixated on this idea to inflict a strategic defeat on Russia.
Her fiery takedown follows a wave of drone strikes in the last 24 hours, attacks she branded as brazen provocations, right as Western backing of Ukraine's war machine heats up. Zakharova pointed to a shaky 30-day ceasefire deal brokered by U.S. President Donald Trump on March 19th after a tense call with Putin meant to pause assaults on energy sites and pave the way for peace talks. But she claims Ukraine blew it apart within hours, spotlighting a drone hit on an oil terminal in Russia's Bryansk region late that day. Russia's defense ministry says 3 drones were downed, with debris igniting a small fire but no real damage. Maria Zakharova sharply criticized the European Union's decision to supply Ukraine with military weapons and funding, accusing the bloc of engaging in what she described as a blatant act of terrorism against Russia.
All countries are to blame for these terrorist attacks. They continue to stubbornly and irresponsibly fuel up the Ukrainian ruling junta, facilitating its bloody acts. One should emphasize that terrorists around the world are fueled up and are fueling up themselves by Western arms and weapons leaving the territory of Ukraine.
The Bryansk attack wasn't a one-off. Hours after the ceasefire kicked in on March 19th, drones also buzzed a fuel depot in Russia's Rostov region. Air defenses swatted 2 down, but a storage facility took a minor hit. Ukraine's not owning it, though. President Zelensky, speaking in Helsinki, shrugged off Moscow's accusations as manipulative, firing back that Russia's own grid attacks. Zakharova's got the EU in her crosshairs too, blasting their $5 billion military aid boost, drones, artillery, you name it, as pouring gas on the fire. Germany's shipping Leopard tanks and France's tossing in long-range missiles only stoke her rage. She sneered that the EU's pumping weapons and money to boost these attacks, shredding any shot at calm. Moscow's now hinting Europe's flirting with direct confrontation by propping up what she calls a terrorist regime. With U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff heading to Saudi Arabia this weekend to meet Russian officials, the ceasefire hangs in the balance. Analysts at the Institute for the Study of War say both sides are gaming it. Russia to lock in wins, Ukraine to keep the heat on. But this quick collapse screams distrust. As talks approach, Russia is calling for the West to halt weapons support, while Ukraine emphasizes the need for security guarantees. With recent strikes intensifying the situation, Zakharova's rhetoric suggests Moscow is doubling down, and the conflict remains unresolved.